seeing today is the DPP getting so comfortable with the police that has only given preliminary report, not investigating reports. The police has not given any report based on investigations. The recommendation that was made by the police that the DPP is relying on today was as an outcome of a preliminary report, third-party report, given by whosoever was in that house that was protecting his or her own interests or being called a suspect. Is that not too shameful? They said Mohbad bled profusely. Today, they have neglected that pathway of bleeding profusely just because they were aware Prime Boy was going to draw Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo by the jugular. They let him off. The police and the DPP, let me tell you the fact, they are like Siamese twins joined together by birth, and they share vital organs. It is obvious they are going in the same direction. If the police makes some recommendations about who the DPP should prosecute, and the DPP within itself feels that the right is not being done, the DPP will wait for the outcome of coroner inquest. They will just oppose and harmonize the outcomes, and they will decide who they are supposed to take to the court. But because the result they want is what the police that have failed to do the necessary investigation gave to them, and that's why they are eager to go ahead and prosecute those people. You and I know that the nurse and the spending did not kill Mohbad. The revelation in coroner inquest is enough for even people that don't know the beginning of this case to agree that those two were just robbing to take the fall. So when people are talking, we should identify who the real enemy is.
Exactly.
And
Mr.
not
Vengeance,
Joseph Aloba.
Mr. Vengeance, knowing now that Mohbad passed on Monday, why are they still persecuting or rather charging the nurse? Because if they are claiming that the nurse went to treat somebody on Tuesday, but knowing now that Mohbad passed on Monday, why are they still persecuting
Let me respond to that, please. Yes, let me respond to that. Did Baba, now that Baba was standing before the DPP, did Baba say that to the face of the DPP? I guess he did. He didn't. That word alone would have changed everything, but Baba didn't. So did Mohbad really die on Monday?
Realistic. Thank you very much. The son was not challenging the DPP to go and tell them that Mohbad died on Monday. That was not the purpose for which that court was constituted.
Thank you.
Please, I beg you. It was not just go and tell them Mohbad died on Monday. So don't let us be moved by emotions in that aspect.
If the nurse that came on Tuesday to inject Mohbad is being charged, and Mohbad died on Monday, why is DPP charging the nurse then?
That's the same is what we are saying.
Can I ask you a question? Vengeance, can I ask you a question?
Vengeance, that question can be asked. It can't be asked.
Not in this case. Not with the DPP. They went there for a different thing, please.
Vengeance, I need to ask you a question.
Go on, please.
When the son went to the court today, what were the evidences that he provided, that he laid before the judge in regards to this case?
Thank you very much for that question. But unfortunately, I was not in the court. Neither did I have the opportunity to ask the son the evidences he provided in that court.
Because I feel that, if you are going before a judge, you need to provide some fresh evidences about this, about that. Were there some new evidences that he provided, or some new evidence that he provided in order to at least, help this case? Because, okay.
Mr.
Adedoyin, let me give you an insight. In the first sitting, the second and first respondent taxed the son that he did not provide any evidence in the court based on his own private investigation to support the suit he filed. That so there is no evidence and is not privy to the information that the police provided the DPP to go ahead with the prosecution. That they do not have information. The son, Baba Mohbad's lawyers do not have such information. That if they do, they wouldn't even have filed the suit in the first place. And they have information that the nurse has admitted to wrongdoing, which is a prima facie on their part, which is sufficient evidence. The DPP will not wait for the coroner if there are sufficient evidence that suggests that someone has committed a crime and this evidence is overwhelming enough. That means they have seen what they are looking for. The DPP can, the coroner inquest can conclude their findings later on.
Okay.
How is their evidence overwhelming?
Please, Mama Tipo, let me ask this other backup a question.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Maybe what you want to ask would be involved in this.
Okay.
Now, the courts, the DPP said they have found overwhelming evidence that suggests that wrongdoing has been done, something has been done wrong to Mohbad in the house, and which led to his demise, and the nurse is responsible for it, according to the police investigation that they have, that the family are not privy to. Note that it's in their first reading, and this was the basis on which the Honorable Justice was able to deliver his judgment.
Okay,
on
so
this
let
case.
me ask you a question.
All right.
So hold on. Let me put up another question. So how can you challenge that?
Now, this is what it is.
So tell me how you can challenge that.
There are processes. There are processes. What many of the justice fighters do not understand is that there are processes. There is a process of the coroner court, and there's process of the police investigation. The process of the police investigation, it is an obvious failure that all of us have witnessed, that there was no proper investigation that was done, which presented the nurse as the culprit, and we do not have any other evidence. Remember, we must present evidence. Evidence is key. As it is now, there are no other
Who
evidence.
is investigating and who is presenting
You let him speak.
evidence?
It is a
I want
police.
to get
Listen,
something.
listen. It is a police. It is a police that is investigating a crime. No individuals is allowed to, even when you have a private investigator, they will also have to present their findings to the police. It is the police now that has the power under law to present such findings to the DPP, and then the DPP will examine it and see who and who to be charged accordingly based on the findings of the police. What we have seen so far is that we have witnessed the failure of police investigation. Where the SAM failed totally is that the fundamental failure is from the police end, not the DPP, but is facing the DPP for presenting the wrong person, whereby the police themselves had presented the wrong individuals for prosecution.
Okay. So now let me ask you a question.
Excuse me, sorry if I can say the DPP issue came in because the coroner inquest is still on, and there are evidences that they need to exploit. The point was to open up the case.
Mama, wait.
To everyone, to the spending nurse and
I
disagree.
So can you just
understand, because you can't run to conclusion and just charge spending and the nurse.
Even let me ask you
evidence you got and you say it's okay, but there are evidence you haven't explored, and you're supposed to be a Lagos state government responsible for this case. You charge and it's okay.
I mean, Avengers.
I have a question for Insider Backup.
Avengers, this is for you. Vengeance, this is for you, okay?
But I have the
So
question for
now,
insider backup.
this Vengeance, hold on, sir. Vengeance, this is for you. Since Feyishara, hold on, since Feyishara and spending will be charged or has been charged, my question.
Somebody has muted you. How are you doing? We can't hear you. Or you
Why
muted
would they
yourself.
mute? Come on, can you guys let her speak, please?
Okay, that's all right. It's okay.
No. Go on. How are you doing?
Okay, that's all right. Okay, thank you. Since Feyishara and Feyishara Gedengbe, actually I just got the last name right today.
Okay.
And also spending Feyishayo, thank you so much. Feyishayo and spending has been charged, okay? Is it possible for the son to call the file, look at the file, and because now that is number one. Then number two, should in case this case does not go to the High Court, do you have a backup? Do you have something you think you can do if should in case?
Let me answer your question. You asked these questions like I was actually Sanshitu. But what I can say is this, I'm not Sanshitu, I'm not a legal luminary, I didn't go to law school. Do you understand? If those questions were asked based on my specialty, perhaps I'll be able to give you a concise answer. But what I can say is this, Sanshitu is a criminal lawyer, is a senior advocate, he knows what to do. Do you understand? And he's committed. We can see it all over him. He's dedicated to this cause. So we are expecting that he is going to do the right thing, explore any avenue or any available areas that he needs to do so that this case can get to where it's supposed to get to and the killers of Mohbad are brought to justice. Okay. Don't expect concise answer from me. I'm not Sanshitu, please.
No, that's all right.
Before you go further.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
No, I'm not going further. Just hold on.
Wait. The answer.
Okay, hold on, please.
I want to give a fundamental basis. Hold on, Adedoyin. I want to give a fundamental basis to your question. You see, Sanshitu is not party to the case. Sanshitu is just an interested party. He's not a direct party to the case. So Sanshitu can only seek what they call a writ of mandamus, which is to compel. I've said this time and time again. It's all over my blog. To compel the DPP and the police to do better and further investigation, especially the phone forensic and also the account details, the CCTV and everything. And once the Baba Mohbad can seek this order of mandamus from the court, it is the court that will issue this order compelling the police, and this will be what they will present to the police for what they demand, what they want, especially the phone forensic, everything that they want to be done where they have observed lapses. And this is the fundamental whereby all other people can be brought back to the coroner court if need be. But if there is no need be, the investigation will be done transparently. That is the only way that Sanshitu at this point in time, can only get anything meaningful from the Nigerian police and from the court. If this time elapse, please hold on. If this time elapse, if you are waiting for coroner court to be concluded on the on the perceived failed investigation of the police, you are not going anywhere. Nobody will be charged to the High Court, and this is where the problem is.
Insider backup, I understand you, and I don't really want to argue with you because I don't know what to do. You may also be a senior advocate of Nigeria, but unfortunately, Sanshitu has been employed to look into the available legal way to approach this case. And I believe what you have said will not be alien to Sanshitu. This you have said now, it will not be alien to it. Do you understand? Yes. So I know he must have considered what you have said. and he knows how to approach that case better.
Now, there's what we call legal strategy. This first step he took was a blunder. If you believe it or not, the first step he took was a blunder. The blunder here is...
I wouldn't agree with you anyway. You said it anyway.
Yes, let me tell you why it is a big blunder. The blunder here is that he is agreeing with the DPP prosecution of the nurse by asking people to be included into the prosecution. Instead of...
what? So please say it again.
Listen. He's agreeing. Technically, what he has done by taking the DPP to court is that he's agreeing to the prosecution of the nurse and spending, but he wants additional people to be added to it.
I disagree.
That's why, and the court, listen, and the court said, the second respondent in the first appearance told Baba Mohbad's lawyer directly that the information they have, they do not have, and he has no evidence.
Information.
He was not agreeing to add.
Stop this technicality.
That's the false narrative you people are carrying up and down.
Not so sure. Please,
okay,
stop pushing this wrong issue of technicality. Stop saying that. Thank you.
Vengeance, hold on, please. Can I ask a general question? Since Spending and the nurse will be charged in this case, is it possible for Sanshitu to challenge this?
He's not party to the case now. He can't challenge it. This is what I'm saying.
There's no way, he's just there for Baba. He's not allowed.
I think they say he can apply for a fiat or something. Is there anything of
yes, he can. Yeah, now you can ask for a fiat.
And you said there's no way. Why are you saying there's no way?
Now, let me tell you now, you've sued the DPP already. Will the DPP give you a fiat now?
And let him do so and apply first, and let them
he will never get it.
He will not get it now. It's too late. Vengeance.
Yeah, but he needs to apply for it.
It's too late. He can't get it because he already sued the DPP. This is why we were saying back then that he shouldn't sue the DPP.
The worst is for him not to be given. But
he will not be given.
I don't want to preempt his actions. You understand? Because I told you I am not a fan.
He has preempted.
I don't want to preempt his actions. Okay.
That's why I tell you. That's why I've just told you. Sanshitu has preempted the direction in which the DPP will treat him, and I tell you, he will never get a fiat.
No, did you get it from him? Did you get that he has preempted it? Did he tell you?
What did you say?
Suing him was for charging Spending and the nurse, and that was too early. It was in a rush.
I hand over to you.
Enough evidences.
Vengeance. I think what they are saying is that if a Nigerian exercises rights, or a professional representing Nigeria in exercising the rights, that we have an effect on his standing in the matter. I don't understand where this is coming from and this kind of mindset. And somebody said Baba did not challenge anything, any reports.
But what the lawyer should have challenged, what the problem we have. See, when you have a problem, you analyze.
What is stay of proceeding? What do you call stay of proceeding? Sorry, what do you call stay of proceeding?
Hold on. When you have a problem, listen, stay of proceeding is not what we are talking about. We are talking about the fundamental problem.
What do you call stay of proceeding?
Listen, Isaac, I don't jump into my line of thought. Now, let me tell you this. When you have a problem, the problem we have here is failure in police investigation. Blatant failure of police investigation. And how do we remedy this so that the case will get to the High Court? I've just told you guys now that what the DPP are planning to do is paining us because we are not getting this justice. But you people are there steamrolling failure. That is what is paining us. Now, let me tell you what will
You
eventually
see,
happen. If this case do not get to
before
the
you
high
tell
court,
me, before
and the
you tell
wrong people
me,
will be
before you
charged
tell
right
me,
before your nose,
wait,
and then they will
wait,
tell you they've given judgment,
before you
a
tell me,
seemly judgment
you
for the
told
wrong
us
people,
that
and the wrong people will have
can
left the
can
case
you
as
just
killers.
can we be on the same template first
We can't be on the
before you
same
tell me
template
what
because
I'm supposed to do?
see, let me tell you,
No,
we
I
can't be
want
on
to
the same
understand your
template.
position.
Because my
See,
position is this. Let me
Please,
tell, I just
insider
told you. I
backup.
just
you
told
want
you.
you
Please,
want
When you have a
you
can
want
problem,
you
me to
can you
follow you.
civilize your speech? Don't say we are
see,
steamrolling failure. That is technically
vengeance,
insultive. Thank you. I came because of that
vengeance,
statement. Civilize your
If
speech,
vengeance,
okay? Thank you very
vengeance,
much.
Baba
vengeance. Now,
Aloba is the one giving
defeat,
you opportunity,
the fourth defeat, the
insider.
Insider
fourth defeat.
backup don't know how to talk. I don't know the advice
Please,
he's
Insider, Aloba is
saying.
giving you opportunity
please,
to be
Saying
educated.
is rubbish.
can we just allow
Beg.
Aloba is
ourselves
giving you
to,
opportunity to
please,
be
can we
educated. You
allow
are
other
mixing
people
up
to
issues.
talk?
So
Now,
Nobody
you
should
should
Isiak,
not be the
dominate
only
this
one
Isiak,
educating
platform.
us. Let others also
Isiak,
share their own
Isiak,
opinion
Let
on this
others
matter.
Isiak,
talk, please.
Let me talk. You have.
You cannot, you
I'm having
You've
an
cannot,
been
you
opinion
talking,
cannot,
please.
before you
Insider
come into
backup,
it.
let him
you have
Mr.
been
talk.
talking. Let
Insider,
others
listen
also
to
talk.
other people talk.
You've been
Let me finish
dominating
my
this
line of
platform
thought.
as if others should
Let me
not
You are
share
finish
not
their
the
my
own
only
line of
one.
opinion.
thought.
Let
Isiak, you can
others
talk
share
when I
their own
finish
Yes.
my line of
opinions.
thought. Let me finish my line of thought. Now, here is my line of
I've
thought.
not,
I just told you.
Let
Now,
you
him
have said
talk
that,
the,
now.
the
Please,
major
yourself.
Let him
You
problem
please,
have
we
can
said
have,
it
talk.
we
before. I
take
the
it
didn't.
one
major
by
Let
problem
Yes.
we
him
one?
have.
It's
talk.
becoming
Let
Let
him
me
also
rambling.
finish my
talk.
line of thought. You
Mr.
can't
Let him
shut me
Ishak,
when
talk
I'm
You are
now.
talking.
repeat. You are
You can't
repeating
shut
yourself.
me up.
Let
You can't
others
shut me
talk.
up.
You
We are not
dominate
And
the
let
shutting
me
you up.
finish
You are
my
platform.
line
repeating
of
You
thought
yourself.
for
don't need to
The
goodness
same
sake.
dominate
thing.
this platform.
You
it's
let
Let
me
becoming
finish
others
my
rowdy.
talk.
line of
It's
thought.
like there's
Let
Let me
something we
others
finish
are
my
talk.
line.
trying
You've
to
been
prevent
Let
from.
insulting.
me
You've been
finish my line
insulting.
of
Please
thought.
let
Do we
others
Let
have,
me
talk.
finish
do,
my.
are we,
Please,
is our
you
Why
want
don't
purpose
you
to
let me finish
to
elaborate
my
on
line
prevent
of
the
people
thought?
topic
from
and you
having
are
to,
still
voice
talking.
Why
their
don't
line
you
of
let me
thought?
finish
You
my
are
line of
repeating
thought?
That's
yourself.
Why are
You
you
have you have
preventing me
said
from my Why are you
you
preventing me from
said
my
all you
line
have
of
to
thought?
say before now.
Ishak, let me
You have
finish my
said it
line of
all.
thought.
So
Then
let
I will
others
give you
talk.
time. Give me 2 minutes, I will finish and then you can talk. You
Mr.
can
Let
Ishak,
talk
others
and
please,
talk.
be able
please
to
just give
understand.
him
Let
2 minutes.
others
Let him
talk.
round
Here,
up.
here is my line of
Lady
thought.
TikTok,
Now,
please.
we
Yeah,
have a
please.
big problem. The big
It should be
problem,
very
let
fast.
me talk. Conflict don't share Ghana now.
Kí ló ń ṣe ìwọ náà?
Now,
Wo bó ṣe ń
now,
insult, wo bó
Insider,
ṣe ń insult
this is
àwọn
what
èèyàn.
we
Why
are
are you
trying to avoid.
insulting?
Please
so
don't
now,
take it
Why are you
why
personal.
you like this? Why
insulting?
you people
Please,
like this
please.
now?
Come
Why you
on,
people
don't be
like this now?
dominative.
Why you people
okay
like
o.
this now?
Jack
Now,
láyé
here
kó
is my line
sọ̀rọ̀
of
àbí
thought.
bọ̀ Ìsáídà ò lè
Now, this
sọ̀rọ̀
is
kó pẹ́
If
bọ̀
we are
Ishaq lè
doing
sọ̀rọ̀
this,
fún wa
it's
náà.
like we are trying to prevent him from telling us, he's
I don't
educating a lot
No,
of
know. I
no,
people.
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. And you
So let
see,
him
because
speak,
no, he
please,
has been
Lady
insultive. He
TikTok
has been
conflict.
insultive. He has been
now
No, no,
here is
no,
it.
no,
insultive.
Here is
no,
it.
no. I've not heard any insult
Yes,
from
Now,
him.
yes,
here is
he
it. Here
has.
is it. So now
Madam
we have a
Comfy,
problem.
Thank you,
The
Lady
problem, the
Conflict.
let
major
I
him talk.
problem we
understand.
Let
have
us
here,
hear what he has to say. Oh yeah, talk, talk.
the major problem we have here is failure in police investigation and transparency. And the only way we can hook the police legally with Baba Mohbad's son is to get a writ of mandamus to compel the police to do further investigation. I've been saying this since morning and since almost forever. If the lawyer gets a writ of mandamus, the police will be compelled to do all the needful, the full forensic and everything, and the right people will be charged accordingly, and we can reach the high court. But if this investigation is not compelled to be done by the police, believe me, everything will end at a magistrate court, and Wunmi and the rest will not find their way at the high court. This is what I'm saying. Thank you.
Please, somebody want to give us the impression that a database that is with the government and the same government that it claims has the right to prosecute and decide not to prosecute a criminal. The same government that is now in possession of the database, if they decide to do forensic and still decide not to prosecute, which order of mandamus will get justice when the authority has the right to decide and not to decide? When the authority has the right to take action and decide to be inactive.
Please go and read
You are
what
looking
order
at the
of
judgment.
mandamus is
Let me
before
finish.
you.
Let me finish. Let me finish. The order of mandamus is an order of remedy. And what has happened in court by requesting for regularization of even filing is a mandamus. I don't know when you think it's just compelling for forensic that it is mandamus. Anywhere you request any officer of law or any government agent to do the needful on a matter is an order of mandamus, compelling them to say stay proceeding until the investigation is concluded. Does it make sense that somebody you discharge and acquitted from a case is still subjected to investigation in a panel set up by the same government? It's logic. Law is common sense. Forget the fact that people are celebrating because the oppressors are twisting the law against us. And people are saying, if you do it this way,
who was discharged and acquitted?
Please, inside that, can you let him finish? Let him finish now. Stop interjecting. You make him
Hold on, you don't know anything, Jare. Who Aisha, who was discharged and
Let him
interject báwo lọ ṣe
finish.
máa ẹ̀yin gangan ní
who
kẹ́mi
was
tí
discharged
àwọn
and
méjèèjì kan
acquitted? When he has said the wrong thing, who was
Kofi,
discharged
you
and
are the one that
acquitted?
need to
This
mute
is
for both
what
of them
I
to engage.
disagree.
Má
I
bá sọ̀rọ̀
disagree.
wọn.
Them having to
Any
go
small thing you
to
be
court
saying ní
today,
insider ò dẹ̀
having
dákẹ́
to
fún
tell the
Ishaq. Ṣé Ishaq
DPP,
nìkan ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ ń bíbá kọ́ máa
having to tell
interject?
the DPP
Àbí kí ni concept gan? You are the one
revisit the
interjecting to us
case.
them.
That was not the writ of
Kofi,
mandamus. The writ of mandamus needs to be obtained through the court. They've not done that, Mr. Ishaq, have they?
where did they go to today?
Well, have they applied for that? They did not apply for it.
How do you apply? What your application and your
Ishaq, don't talk. You are just
No. You have to apply. I know these things. Hold on. Let me read it for you.
What is the process? What is the process?
Let me read it for you.
Can you educate us on the process of seeking remedy? Okay.
Ishaq, kindly write it in the comment section. Did they drop you? Ishaq, did they drop you? If they drop you, I'm a drop gbogbo èèyàn tó wà lórí platform mi lálẹ́ yìí. Ọlọ́run àjíǹde. Inside that, did they
I
drop
don't
Host
know.
is there. Host, you should not
Inside
allow
that,
people to
did
be
anyone
rude to
drop
other
you or you
people.
drop yourself?
The way that insider was talking to Mr. Ishaq, that's very
Who the hell
appalling.
is it? Mr.
Shouldn't do
Ishaq tí
that,
wọ́n lè
please.
talk to? Who the hell is it?
Host, please, you have to be up
Mr.
and running
Ishaq
on, that,
tí wọ́n lè
on your
sọ̀rọ̀ sí, ó ń
platform.
bọ̀
Don't
wá
let
ní.
anybody.
Is Mr. Ishaq feeding
Insider
us?
is always talking anyhow. He doesn't know how to talk.
Mr. Ishaq kò sọ̀rọ̀
He
anyhow.
thinks he knows everything.
Don't feed wa
So
ni.
he wants to be on top of his voice. Just shut up.
Who the hell is Ishaq tá a lè bá sọ̀rọ̀?
Abeg,
Bó ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ sí Ishaq.
Aduke, Abi, shut up.
We are not doing
If you don't
respect
have
here. We
manners, you're
engage
always
here.
talking anyhow.
We fuck
Ozuo.
wo ẹ bá mi
Get
drop
out,
push
girl.
tí a máa engage bíbá àbí kò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀. You drop inside that. Tó bá ti drop ẹnìkan, ẹ drop gbogbo wọn. Kí ni gbogbo wèrè yẹn gan? Àwọn oníṣe.
a terrible job and is showing off with even their witness stories and also their own story. It begins to contradict themselves, and it is quite disturbing.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good one. Based on that, I think the only way out, as you guys have mentioned, is to try and find any ways to get the police to do the right thing. And the process is what I wouldn't know, but Isada mentioned something. How do we do this apart from the order of mandamus? How can you get the police to go back, say, we wanted to...
Insider, they're already mounting a pressure group, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, you're already mounting a pressure group.
Yes, we are, but the most interested party in this case is the deceased father.
Exactly.
You know,
So if that was where I was going. Let me
yeah,
finish.
what we can do has certain limitations, and the limitations only has to do with public pressure, opening up this case, showing lapses, and letting everybody see that okay, there's something wrong with this process that they are undergoing. Those things we can lay that in the public space and let people know. But the father of the deceased as is a person of critical interest in this case, and his lawyer, and that's why we are on the neck of the sand actually, because if they are doing it wrong and they are being consistent with this wrong behavior in terms of legal actions, in terms of legal strategy, and these are the only options left now. Unfortunately, these are the only options left because even the father of the deceased himself messed up Mohbad's toxicology and autopsy report. Up to today, is yet to give account of how this procedures was done and where it was done. In fact, the most important thing in terms of taking toxicology and doing toxicology and autopsy, the chain of custody, the parts that was taken, how was it preserved, how was it delivered to the laboratory, all these things are still missing. Talk less of knowing where the lab, the test was done and the lab, the name of the lab. So it shows a whole lot of shady things by the father. And that is one of the reasons I totally took on the father that, no, this man is not getting us anywhere. If he can mess up the most important truths, important information that will help Mohbad get justice, and he can still see there, change his clothes and dance and sing songs for people, then he's the most unserious father ever to ever have. You know, so this is the most painful aspect of it. He's sitting down there, he's not even calling out those people who conducted the toxicology, the fake because it is a fake toxicology as of now, if they cannot provide where it was done. So he conducted a fake toxicology and autopsy report for us, and also presented that same report at the coroner inquest to mislead the public, to mislead everybody. And so he's not charging those who were saddled with the task of conducting this thing on his behalf, the pathologists, those who paid the fee and everybody, and it's just remained comfortable. You know, these are not natural behavior from someone who is looking for justice. I've given a task to be done, and they messed it up, and it is obvious for everybody to see it, and everybody are dragging me that you spent our money, you collected our money, the public donated money for such tasks to be done, and you failed to do that, and you are still comfortable not calling out those individuals, not asking the public that these are the people, please help me run after them. These are the people that is working for the government or working for certain individuals to mess up the case. You did not call to action for people to act. You only sat down there and dance all the way and sings, and then telling us you are working and you are praying that justice will come. When the most important tool that you have, you failed woefully. You cannot, in fact, it's so terrible that the only reliable information that we can use now, it is the government toxicology report, which we are also not comfortable with in the first place, that warranted another one. And so this man messed up the whole case totally for us. So it is just all from one level of failure, we are graduating to another level of failure, we are progressing. So the most important one was destroyed by the deceased father himself, which is the toxicology report. He's now going ahead with the legal system whereby there's no strategy, there's no headway, and everything is just so mixed up, and then we lost a case. We have no business even charging the DPP to court in the first place, because he needs to have studied the case properly without even providing evidence in the court. You make an application to the court without evidence. What kind of a lawyer is that? Because that is your most important tool for making your applications, and then you did not provide any evidence to support what you brought to court. and then you are praying that someone took justice away from you. Is and if this pattern is a pattern now, we've seen the pattern from the toxicology messed up. We've seen the pattern of the DNA. Though DNA is their own private business whatsoever, we have no business with DNA. It's their own business. We've seen that same pattern in the DNA. We've seen the pattern again by doing a serious, terrible job on the distance. It's madness.
Insider. First, let me ask you: are you the guy that dances around in those videos that you post?
No, I'm not the guy.
But that guy, I like his dance. I like the
the dance of the guy is from a sport. He has a sport personality where he does that. So I just borrowed that concept from him.
Okay,
that was a hell of a belly dancing. Yeah,
it's a good one. So this is my position with you. You know all these things. You say it's a pattern, and it's obvious this pattern has become the MO of this J4M family. What are we going to do about it? Like, for me, I'm at a stage in my own opinion that the son be this daft, knowing that his name, reputation is on the line, knowing that this is a global case. You know, this case is just like almost like O.J. Simpson, and you are going to court without evidence, not prepared. And Alake wants me to believe that it's the instruction of the client. Yeah, let me agree with you, Alake, that it's the instruction from the client. And what would that instruction be? Let's just move to show them that we're moving, but we really know we're not going anywhere. You know, movement without progress. So we as a people have I woke up about 5 a.m. this morning on one platform and now here, and I'm hearing practically the same thing everywhere I turn. So what is the solution for the people? It's a pattern, quite all right. And what are we doing about this pattern? So that's my own position. And I'd like somebody to help me and give me a direction.
Personally, me, it's my personal opinion. There's a little bit of alleyway from the 3-second video that Yomi is shouting about. Because if this can be pushed, if it's real, let me just put that caveat there. If it is real that there was a 3-second video and that they have the remaining and that can be pushed, I think that would work to an extent. To what extent, I do not know. But that may push out some truths that we don't know that is hidden. Do you understand? But as he's not getting, I know people are talking about him asking for money. If anybody can come out and ask for money, you don't have to give it. So if you give money and then you're shouting, okay, African TV came out initially saying, you guys, we want a DNA, blah, blah, blah. I'm a foundation, or whatever. I'm African TV, I'm not a foundation, whatever it was in the beginning. And African TV was bashed. At that time, I was part of the people that commented against African TV, especially when I heard about 70-30, which he now came out to disprove, to say, no, there was nothing like a 70-30. And, and the terms of the agreement they had with Baba, you must not speak to anybody else, and which later, let me just sum this up. If foundation can front, because this pressure group you're mounting, it's just a group of individuals coming together. What's the legal standing? Your pressure group will gather evidence and you must still approach a foundation, which you've mentioned, SERAP, but how interested do you think this SERAP is going to be in this case? SERAP are going for big cases like Benue killings and all of this, So, we need to come to, this thing has been destroyed already. There's toxicity all over the place. If you should say, okay, we want your Miss Foundation, you see people saying, no, we don't want. If you go to African TV, no, we don't want. So are people going to now form a new foundation to move this cause forward? Although the chances of success is quite slim, but it may progress this case. Because this division is all over the place already. I know, Richie, you're trying to look for a way to resolve all this division here and there. but it will keep resurfacing as
Yes.
long as we will keep resurfacing as long as people have their own inhibitions. Yeah.
Right.
Personally, if I have reservations about African TV and you say, oh, Africans, I'm going to talk against African TV. Yeah. If I have my reservations against Yomi, I'm going to talk against him. You cannot control people's minds. For instance, I know Papariano is not here and he said, don't talk about me when I'm not here, but I'm not trying to raise any wutu or anything here. What I'm trying to say here is Papariano has his sentiments around what they're saying about him. He doesn't like it, so he's reacting. IT guy, whom we know for who he is, he's coming out to abuse people, and he'll be for you today, and then tomorrow he's against you, he's attacking, he's calling your name, he's shouting, he's cursing. How do we control that? You can't control people's minds. People will come out and say whatever it is they wanted to say. So, moving forward is quite, it's really, really difficult. It's quite difficult. This is your platform. Like African CV said, you don't know what I'm going to say next. And if I
wouldn't allow you to say.
Before you even shut me up, I would have said certain things about maybe African TV that somebody will record and go and tell Africa. And then he will come out and say, oh, I heard you were saying this about me. Not minding that Richie actually shut me up. But before you were able to shut me up, I had said things. Do you understand?
Yeah. So reported speech is the most dangerous one. Yeah.
You see, at this point in time, at this stage that we're at, people have already developed different kinds of opinions and ideas, which they're running with. Everybody's running with their own idea. Some people are misinformed. They are misinformed. They're not doing their research privately. They're just going by what a host has said. They're believing it and they're running with it. So if people can detoxify, like you said, which is difficult, to detoxify their minds, start this thing afresh, remove all animosity, malicious. There's a lot of maliciousness going on. Oh, they're gifting this person. It has degenerated to people being jealous of, oh, they're gifting this person here. Oh, okay, I've opened my platform. Nobody's coming to gift me. And things like that. This is not what this movement started off with.
But don't you think that's childish?
Very, very, you see, as human beings, we're all susceptible to jealousy, envy, and all of this. So you cannot remove that totally. It cannot be totally extinguished. No, you can't. It's human nature. But the hosts need to be careful and choose what they want to respond to. Because if you are leaving the purpose of creating your platform and saying, I'm going to be responding to people, there will be people who are listening to you, who would want to, oh, I don't like you for, maybe you've just said one thing that I don't like. I would go under somebody else's section and I would try and ignite them. Do you understand? Because I don't like what you said. Personally, I'm very neutral. That's why I've not been going on platforms, because I hear certain things that are just dull, that are dumb. And I'll be like, how can you even say this? Especially when somebody who has no legal background will come and just start saying things about the law, they should, which, is wrong. And I'm sure I'm not the only person in that category. I'm sure there are so many professionals listening to people and thinking, are these people even serious? Are these people even serious? So, with the pressure group, I think they should be maybe getting a lawyer, somebody who lives in Nigeria, who knows the Nigerian system, who they feel will be neutral and will not go back and collect money and start misadvising them. It is very difficult. They need that to be able to know how to work within the law, what to do, where to complain, how to challenge, what their powers and rights could be. But at the end of the day, like Insider Backup and everybody has said, without the primary subjects, Baba, coming to say yes or no, it's going to be very difficult. Because if you say no, I'm not working with you guys, what is he saying? The government they're not even ready to help. If the government was ready to help, they would be looking into Baba himself. Because the government should be independent on this case. But they are not. They're not looking into him. They're just going.
Okay, sorry. Let's make this a dialogue. Like you said, the primary subjects.
Yes.
Now,
the primary subject is Mohbad, but the person who is of primary interest,
the primary complainant,
closest to the case is Baba.
Well, if he's the complainant or the primary, what happens to Wumi? What is she?
Wumi is part. Well, this is a criminal case.
Yeah.
It's a case of the state. Yeah. So it is the state bringing people whom they think have committed the crime. Yeah, they're bringing a case against the people. So Baba, how is he a primary complainant? Baba, yes, the family as a whole, but the family is disunited. The stories do not correspond. Baba is fighting Wumi, as far as we know, because we don't know what's going on behind the cameras. We know Baba is fighting Wumi. Wumi is fighting Baba, Mama Mohbad. All of them, they're in disunity. So Baba is, for me, if Baba is a primary complainant and Baba is not even saying things that are right, then how do you expect? It is what you tell, your lawyer tells the police will investigate upon, take it to the DPP. The DPP would now prosecute. So if this is not happening, how does the case, how do you intend to find justice? The inquest is already, the cause of death, which is what the inquest is about, is already saying, the toxicology is already saying inconclusive. Now, if they're trying to look at circumstantial evidence, which is testimonies of people, facts gotten of people, and saying, okay, this is what we think killed Mohbad, despite the toxicology, you can still, use, circumstantial evidence to say, okay, this person has said this, we think this is what cooled, please note the word cooled, have led to the death. Yeah. And then the DPP now looks at it, police looks at it, they look at it and, okay, we think these people should be charged. Yeah, which they've already done a part of, charging the nurse. I think the nurse is being charged for negligence. Am I correct? Or is the nurse being charged for killing Mohbad?
The DPP are going with the nurse suspended.
Yeah, but what is the charge against the nurse?
I don't know. I don't have that details.
Aware of it. They haven't made.
But what I think could be the charge could be negligence, because there's nothing to prove.
Any genuine love from his wife, from his people, from everybody. But then again, it doesn't exclude the fact that we all saw that the part this Diamali and what is his name, Samilare played. Very dark man going to call this guy for interview. I don't know what his plan was. And him now asking this guy, do you bully him? This guy writes as if he is blind. He did not, him himself, did he want to say that he's not seeing all the videos that have been flying up and down on the social media? He didn't want to say he's not seeing it. You are asking somebody, okay, are you expecting Samilare to say, yes, so I bullied him, or what? What is the essence of the interview? What is the essence of the questioning? That's what I don't really understand. So in time of this whole issue, the interview is very, very unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. Why are you interviewing? In all the other people you need to interview is Samilare. What are you interviewing him for? And the next thing you are making a video, I'm giving Salantan 48 hours. To do what exactly? To come and say it's not Samilare that bullied him. It's not. Meanwhile, the videos are there. So what did this guy really want? What I'm sure of is that this guy is not fighting for justice for Mohbad. He's just trying to clear Samilare and Naira Marley's name from this whole thing, so that the whole blame will go, so that people will have something to hold, and the whole blame will go to Wumi. That's what he's trying to do. He's just spinning this whole thing on Wumi. He don't want any stain in Naira Marley and Samilare's name. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Rough Gem, please talk. I'll be Rough Gem. Rough Gem.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you now.
Hello, host. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. You see, my own opinion about this whole thing, I'll be so brief. What VDM is trying to do in this case is this. It's trying to bring back Naira Marley and all of his crew back to people's face by force. Agenda tó ní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà táwọn Ìyábọ̀ Òjó and all of them tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo justice for Mohbad. You came in and you said nǹkan tí wọ́n pariwo àwọn Naira Marley fún yìí, they didn't do it, and you shifted everybody's attention onto Wunmi. Okay, now it didn't go well with Naira Marley, his brand and everything. Gbogbo ẹ ti dojúrú fún brand wọn and everything. So wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà, wọ́n mọ̀ pé most people ní Nàìjíríà are gullible ní Nàìjíríà. For lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ and you know, I dey subscribe to Big Brother Nigeria. You see, VDM, Naira Marley, and all of their group, bully Mohbad nìkan, they killed that boy. I could remember very well. They are going to beat him up. And let's not forget, kí náà porúkọ bros yìí, rugged man, kó tó dé pọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad and everything ṣẹlẹ̀, tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa no gang belt. That brother came here too. So, Naira Marley about our music industry, Lil Kesh, and this other guy, Lil Kesh and kí náà porúkọ Zlatan. Kí lè tí wọ́n jẹ́ pàdé Naira Marley mọ́? Wọ́n ti rí pé movement ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń move ní Nàìjíríà, wọ́n mọ̀ wípé no, ó wà terrible. Olùjẹ́ káwọn people yẹn stay back. Now it's just what? Bring back Naira Marley. You know, movement Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ family tí kò ní níyànjú, wọ́n gbé lọ sórí Yomi kò níyànjú, wọ́n gbé lọ Lagos state government pé wọ́n sọ pé government ò mọ̀ nípa ikú ọmọ yìí. This is just more or less like a two-pack case. Suge night, wherever. It is time for you to come and give back, and you say you are not giving back. So let me just round it up. Each and every one of us here. Ibi tó bá ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, àbí ibi tó bá ti sọ pé kó wá ṣoríire, please check it very, very well. Kó tó di pé wà lọ bá wọn bẹ̀, mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe dáadáa. Then gbogbo àwọn parents tó máa ń wò wípé kókó kówó wálé, tẹ̀ mọ́ bí táwọn ọmọ yìí ti ń rí owó. See, my last advice is this: do not kill people, do not kill somebody, and do not let them kill you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sasa. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sis. With everything that somebody will come and say it like openly that they did not bully that guy. Let's not cheat. Let's forget about what killed that guy or what not killed that guy. Because as it is, I tell you, some okay, but what about the one that we can see? The bullying. Like the video was flying everywhere.
Power tap.
The guy was bullied till death. Tofiku, bully, like, come on now. The VDM, on the other hand, I'm not VDM fan. Come back between yes, he's an activist, but is a biased activist. It's not 100% all about people, all about the masses. Because you want to interview people in all of this situation, you're bringing up Sam Larry of all people. The limelight. Why are you interviewing them? The wife is there. You didn't even try to interview the wife. The father is there. You didn't everybody is not gullible. We know he's doing some right things, and it's okay. You should stick to it. But you should not think that everybody is senseless. Gbogbo akọ́lá ya wèrè. If you have some people about to have belay or they've paid you or they've done something with you, they've had an agreement with you, then do it the right way. Not like this, like making us with you're not giving somebody 48 hours. What about Ben? Budget. You're not she babe now. Like, come on now. She was the authority in Tabawito. Yes. You're not the authority now. Why are you giving somebody 48 hours?
Thank you. Thanks for the gift.
Like it's just crazy. I don't know why but what I'm just emphasizing on, they should work on this bully thing. They should find out, like they should prosecute this. But we want to a bully and what we see this one, we saw the bullying, so that it won't happen to somebody else again. And with the way they are going, it's still gonna happen to somebody else. Because what's in me, they want to shift the whole blame to somebody else again. They should let them face it. They should face the bullying. Coffee and topale. Thank you.
A small 100K likes early fún wa. You guys should power tap, please.
So thank you for the opportunity. This situation is the boy was bullied truly, but my thinking was that we need also have fault because according to the video that I watched, she was in the car. She has to explain like what actually killed that Mohbad.
I don't understand. Wumi also has fault, and she was in the car. Which car did Mohbad die of accident?
No, it's not in that accident. The car that the video, according to the video that I watched, Wumi was in that car that they rushed Mohbad to the hospital. You understand? There is a video that I watched, but I did not save the video. I don't have the video. Wumi was in the car with all those 4 boys that take Mohbad to the hospital.
No,
only fault
not
as in
I'm trying
the
to
wife.
understand the point.
Someone is in the car with his husband. I mean, with her husband's dead body. You said that's the only fault. How is that a fault?
No, like she was there. She was
when
there.
they were carrying his body.
Wait, let him talk. Let him talk.
They were taking him to the hospitals.
Yeah, she was there where they were taking.
I put it to you that's a lie because all the videos that they put out.
Shouldn't she even take her husband to the hospital?
I don't want one to call you. Let him talk.
One that the Very Dark Man is doing, so I don't even understand that guy. But I'm a fan of Very Dark Man, but I don't support what he's doing. You understand? So everybody has the bullying of that Mohbad that. When
you guys forgot the conversation for tonight is not about Wumi. It's about did Sam Larry bully Mohbad or not? You guys are trying so hard.
Yes, now Sam
Larry. See, let me tell you something.
Those people are the one that kill Mohbad. Even if they did not kill him by anything, like the frustration is very too much. Like the pressure is very too much on Mohbad body. So there is, even if you notice, there is one video that his friend did, Belash Muda. Belash Muda said there is one day that they're in the parlor and Mohbad wanted to jump from the upstairs. Why is it like that? As in, there is something behind that record label, so they should check it. And they don't say anything about what they don't even go and investigate about what Belashmuda was saying. That everybody's now locked up, but I don't know the reason why.
Stop.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
Good evening, sis.
I've been listening to you. I've been in and because I want to refer to a comment in somebody's comment in the section about Me Too. There was a place where we also where Mubad also was calling out me or something like that by the name Dami. His name is Daniel, so either he or she Dami. Now I want to remind, everybody that that video was recorded by Wunmi. For those who saw that video, she recorded that video. And if you remember from the beginning of that, and that was the period when he was going through all those previous problems. That was that period. At a point, Mohbad was very paranoid, and that was that period he was making all those accusations. But in the case of these other videos that we saw, that is very glaring, he wasn't paranoid there. We could see the injury. I'm glad that Dawa came up to show you guys the video. So I do not see any reason why. And the other guy that just dropped off now that is saying that the wife should whatever. All that one is bullshit, because by now, if for any reason that video that the people are keep hammering on that Wunmi, Mohbad said this about Wunmi, that he said by now Baba Mohbad would have used that in court. He didn't use it because he's aware of that incident. He knew when his son had issues. Now, when coming to Naira, when they call it shithole country, Trump had a reason, because the law is never followed. Naira Marley was in UK, had over 120 something cases, constantly going in and out of jail, came to Nigeria to dump all the rubbish he's doing to Nigerians. And
I don't like spam. Sorry, Vic. I don't like spam commenting.
Don't be warning them. You have to block them. They want to bring down your life.
If you listen to Naira Marley, so what is he even singing, sir? What is he singing? What is he doing? Look at all the people that went that smart or whatever, and all those boys. Where are they today? He has never signed anybody on. Totally ready, none. They must always live in with problems. Where is Zinoliski today? Look at Zinoliski. It just be like a person when the breeze won't blow.
Look at Zinoliski.
Because of the kind of contract he makes them sign. So as far as I'm concerned, BBM is trash. He has no integrity whatsoever. How come he has messed up the case? He messed up the case. He started with the DNA. Mimi has said she's ready for DNA since last year November. Till date, all of a sudden, on the agreement that was given on the consent judgment. And I'm going to tell you this for a fact, and people on the FIP, take it or leave it. DNA will still be done, because you cannot turn into that minor image.
The child did not consent the DNA of the child. Why
exactly.
Why did you do that?
I know. You have a good understanding of what is going on. By law, even in Nigeria, by law, grandfather has no right to be. Not even me, not anybody on this platform has the right to request.
What he's talking about it. And
exactly.
Like,
no.
I don't know. Mohbad's family, they are so backward.
No. Baba Mohbad knows what he's doing. He wants to get rid of anybody that is going to be on his life. He wants to.
I know, right? I know.
Which is still going to. That's why we keep saying on our platform. We supporting me. I say on our platform that there is still going to be justice after justice. there will be just like, it's not going to go like that. It's not going to go down like that. Never. The moment they feel how you bully the minor, he called out sort of names until he got a information, so he stopped calling her name. Then he
And I'm hearing one rumor that they're having this indoor family meeting, settling things a little bit.
The indoor family meeting was at the beginning. That was when Mohbad died. When he died, they called the meeting. Lawyer. Are you the only person in the family? Is that so? For those in the FYP or whatever you call it, just know DNA. If they like, they be saying Wunmi is not running for DNA. And there was a reason. That was the reason she was asking for court order. She consented to it. It's not like they gave it to Joseph like that. They didn't give it to him like that. Because bullying left and right. Go and do DNA. Go and do DNA. Mohbad. At least out of two things, the DNA and who killed Mohbad and what by Mohbad. The DNA would have been the simplest thing to have been done. Within 1 month, it should have been out. Because let us do this DNA. He didn't do that. He came on social media. Now when you went to YouTube, he took it to court. You now started asking, you now demanded that one, the DNA result must not be published. 2, Wunmi must not sue you to court. 3, you want to be in the child's life.
Sorry.
Refuse to accept it because and the judge agreed to it because it means you're taking her right from her. The third one is the only one they accepted, which is to allow him to see the child, which I don't think might be possible anyway, because only from Lola. Do you get? So this VDM thing, he has always. You remember that at the point he now came out after Wunmi did all some interviews, and I said, "Oh, I'm willing to believe her 70% of what she said. I'm willing to be 70% of what she said." Who the hell are you to come and judge? He made himself the judge and the jury at the same time. And the files case, a third party had a voice note. You came to play it on your chats. Who does that? Even if they give you the consent, why do you have to do that? He doesn't understand the law. He just bragado pare. He's doing initially, but when he started doing it, and he was now living to correct them. And when DDM starts, for those who don't know him, when he starts with someone, look at what he did to Nedu. He pushed on. Buniyem is a bully. He is a bully. And I'm so as for Naira Marley and Sam Larry, I don't know how it's going to be done because Baba Mohbad is not helping matters. I don't know how it's not done. He is the one who says he's the head of the man. He's taking the lead.
You should thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Abdulrazak. You just came in. Please brace by
drop off. This one I don't want to leave my
Office, please. You can now talk.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma. My point is not gonna be too long.
Taloni, let us talk now.
Let me let us talk. We often. Tara ẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n kó má lọ gbàgbé ohun tó fẹ́ sọ.
Ó yá, talk.
ó yá kí wọ́n.
Ẹ kálẹ̀ o.
Ẹ káalẹ́.
Ṣé ẹ rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ lọ́rọ̀ yìí kò lọ́fà. Ṣé ẹ rí tá bá sì ń fi emotion sọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí ẹ lè rí nǹkan tó pa Mohbad. Sùúrù ẹ yọ emotion kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ lọ ṣí kámẹ́rà
ẹ ká sọ reality.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ jáde.
Tí àwa ti ṣe láwa kọ́sítọ́mù àwọn làwọn lórí burúkú olóṣì ó ti fún wèrè
Who be this one? Owó ni fáàmù.
So aunty mo kàn scroll ni mo rí pé àwọn family mi kan the visitant that one all that wọ́n bọ́lẹ̀ and I was so happy seeing a new platform saying the right thing at least because Terry ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ẹni tí ò bá ní ojú inú kò lè understand the cases.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká pa ẹ jẹ́ bá sọ fáwọn family ẹ̀.
Ó máa lọ tó ò lè lọ láláì má jìyẹ. Bọ́ ìyẹn ni kò dẹ̀ kí ń ṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló pa.